Yo guys, welcome back to my channel. If you've not done it already, please click the subscribe button and follow me across all my social media platforms. Links are in the description box below. Crazy thing right now, it's got 5:45, 10 to 7, sorry, in the morning. I've been up all night watching the Manny Pacquiao fights. So if I'm a bit, tapped tonight, yeah, please forgive me. Boom, yeah, you hear the birds chipping. Let's get cracking. Okay, also shout out to Maestro A Boxing. For those of you guys who don't know, please subscribe to him. We done a watch along together on his channel. Absolutely amazing for the Manny Pacquiao versus Ugas fight. So Manny Pacquiao, what did I think of that fight and how did I assess it? For me, I had Manny Pacquiao winning that fight 7 rounds to 5. If I had to give a secondary alternative option, then you say, okay, it can't be 7-5, which way you sway towards. Will you say more towards a draw or 8-4? I would say 8-4. 8-4 to Manny Pacquiao or 7 rounds to 4 to Manny Pacquiao. So I have no idea and no clue as to why the judges scored a win for Ugas. 115-113. I cannot justify that at all. And 160-112. You've got to be fried to even think in that level, where I think even the commentators were a bit shocked. I could be wrong, but the way they were signing was very shocking to me. So I gave the first round to Manny Pacquiao after 6 rounds. I gave it 4 rounds to 2 to Manny Pacquiao. After 9 rounds, I gave it 6-3 to Manny Pacquiao. After 10, then I gave the 10th, 11th to Manny Pacquiao, which makes it going into the 12th round 7-4. 7-4 going into the 12th round, and in the 12th round, I gave the last round to Ugas 7-5. Boom, that's my logic. That's not working out. I could be wrong. A lot of people on the stream had it Ugas drawing, Ugas winning. For me, Ugas wasn't providing enough quantity of punches for me to justify a round to him. Ugas was doing well. He was very good he was very accurate. He's very fast. Speed punches were very good. His accuracy of his punches was very good. Every time he threw a looping right hand, it landed and it connected. And every time he threw a jab, it somewhat was at least half decent. But none of those shots were thrown enough on the rounds where I had him losing for me to even justify him winning those rounds. That's why I think some people had those rounds where I said, he's not throwing a lot. I think those rounds, some people had, he's clipping him a couple of times to give it to Ugas. That's not good enough for me. Nowhere near that's good enough for me. For me, he has to win those rounds clearly, and at least win those rounds more convincingly than he was. The quantity of punches in those middle rounds particularly weren't a lot. I'm gonna have to be straight honest. It weren't a lot. And when you're not throwing a quantity of punches, but your quality of punches is exceptional, you have to throw enough exceptional punches for you to warrant those rounds. And by my estimation, I could have given that. Nowhere near. But overall, he's a good guy, so I'm not going to be harsh on him. It's the WBA I'm going to be putting my attention to. I just recently done a video on WBA. I'm just ready to upload that right now. Literally ready to upload that right now. The corruption these lot have, for me, it's absolutely it's crazy. But I even said to Maestro on the stream, I'm on the side of forgiveness with them, because they from what I can see, they're looking like they want to clean up the sport. They're looking like they want to, congest the belts or consolidate some of the belts together. The final eliminators are being ordered here and there, and they look like they're doing steps forward to rectify the mistakes that they've made to begin with. I don't know why I can't speak it, but nevertheless, we keep it moving. Boom. Like with Manny, he's had a great career. He's had an amazing career in the sport of boxing, over 20 years at the top level. He's the world champion. First world champion was at 1998. That's almost one. That was 1 year after I was born. Probably about a couple of months after I was born, he became world champion. And right now, up until 2020 or whatever it is, like today, you know, you can debate it, but with a regular belt, you know, it's a bit techy. But he was a champion up until today. That is crazy. That is, you know, hats off to you. I would take off my hat, but fam, like, I need a trim. But nevertheless, all the best for Manny Pacquiao. I think he's looking like he should retire now. He should retire. I think that's enough for him, and I can understand if he chooses to back it in, hang up his gloves, and choose the political life and become a senate or become a president, and then come back into boxing every now and then and punch up people whilst becoming a senate. Imagine that. Imagine just saying to your dons like the cabinet, say, you know what, big man, do you know that the environmental meeting, sustainability meeting, yeah, we might have to postpone that. I've got training tonight, you know, I've got upcoming fight against a UFC fighter potentially, or you know what I mean there, like, yeah, how crazy that would be. He'll be the most like littest senator of all time probably. But all the best for Manny Pacquiao. On the undercard, he was the Ortiz with Guerrero fight. Whack. Sorry, let's not talk about that, to be fair, because that weren't too great. They were clinching a lot of the time. Ortiz, after 3 years of being inactive in boxing, like, it weren't the best homecoming, I'll tell you that for free. It weren't the best homecoming. But let's go back up to the fight before that. Manquillo, I forgot the guy's name, fam. Yeah, the Filipino guy who is a Manny Pacquiao protege. His knockout, oh my god, that knockout was sensational. Listen, like, absolutely sublime. That knockout was one of the best knockouts that I've seen all year. Probably knockout of the year. I had him losing that at that point and saying to Maestro, he needs to win the next 3 rounds in order to win that fight. And lo and behold, like, next round later, he knocks him out. Or no, next round, 2 rounds later, he knocks him out. Whereby I questioned his power during that fight, because I think he was clipping his opponent flush on the chin, flush on the side of the head, but he wasn't knocking him out. He wasn't even hurting. He wasn't even rocking him slightly. He didn't even affect his opponent. So I didn't expect any of them to knock each other out. But the fact that the knockout did come, and it came in that fashion where I was knocked out in the air, yeah, and then whilst being knocked out in the air, he just slowly fell back and he just banged him on the way down. Absolutely sublime. And the guy just went. It was lights out. We're talking like straight KO, like lights out. Night, time to go sleep, which I'm about to do, because it's late at night and I need to get a sleep on. But the fact that I'm still, you know, rambling on. Listen, guys, you gotta like this video thing. Big man thing, you gotta like the video, fam. Yeah, I'm providing you a lot of content, yeah, whilst being half asleep. But you lot would not expect that from me, or not think that of me at the moment. But nevertheless, we keep it moving. Let's go on the fight beforehand. What's the name? It was Castaño, and I think that's the name. I guess Quandale. I've forgotten the other John Jimmy's name. Technical skill, yeah. But overall, it was quite an entertaining fight. It looked like a street fight to me. It looked like a white collar fight. So it was quite entertaining nonetheless, even though the skill level wasn't great. But it was first, you know, it opened the show, and you know they've got a long way to go. You know, and both fighters were inaccurate. They were missing shots. Like, it was a mess. Yeah, and I think a lot of those fighters were, I don't know whether they fought in that big arenas, or maybe the pressure kind of got to them. Because imagine fighting on a pay-per-view show on the Manny Pacquiao pay-per-view show. It made me do things that you wouldn't otherwise do in training. So I can understand the nerves, etc., of both fighters. But overall, great night, a great event. For me, Manny Pacquiao goes down as one of the greatest boxers of all time. If he retires now, nonetheless, Ugas was next for him. Even though it was a bit of robbery on my side, I wouldn't want Manny Pacquiao fighting again, because I don't think Manny Pacquiao is going to get any better, and I think he will lose the rematch regardless. I think he will lose the rematch. If they were to rematch, I think he will lose. So I think this is the moment of time where you decide, you know what, let's hang our boots up. You're giving it a good go, and this is the most amicable way to lose on your way out. If you were on your way out, if you had to decide, if you were told you've got to lose your last fight, I think this is the most amicable way to do so. So best of luck with Manny in all of his endeavors in the future. Great event by PBC. To be fair, a lot of the fights were back to back. They didn't really waste time, and it's something that I think Matchroom and DAZN and BT Sport, etc., here in the UK, I think they can learn from this. Fights have got to be back to back to back, not huge gaps in between, and especially in between rounds. There wasn't a lot of commercials, a lot of advertisements in between rounds, whereas, or especially out there in the US. So I think that those are little things that can be adopted in the UK, but nonetheless, they did pay $79 for that fight. For me, this is why boxing isn't going to grow to the level that it can be, because Wimbledon, Super Bowl, flipping World Cup final, I don't know, Grand Prix, etc. Yeah, you guys know all the sports. You say about running in an Olympic 100-meter race. A lot of those sports are cricket World Cup final. A lot of these sports aren't on pay-per-view. So if these other sports aren't on pay-per-view and they're growing gradually, the sport of boxing, if it continues to operate in this old system where they're charging people to pay for a fight card, it's going to hinder the growth of the sport, and it's going to put it at a standstill. Okay, only the people who are hardcore boxing fans will tune in. Luckily for me, I'm in the UK, and this was on Sky Sports, that I didn't have to pay a pay-per-view fee. But big man thing, if this was on pay-per-view, listen, me and my bed, we are making love. Yeah, not literally, because there's some weirdos out there that do that. But like, my ass would be bed by now. Okay. So I think that's a tip for a lot of boxing promoters. But overall, great event, great night. Like the video, guys. Definitely like the video. It helps out a lot. And I'm up all night to get was it 7 o'clock in the morning at the moment? Please like, please subscribe. That helps out a lot. But thank you very much for watching this video. And let me know what you guys think in the comments below. What are your score predictions? If your score predictions are matched to mine, kind of justify it as well. Let me know what you guys say. Let me know what you guys say. Let me know what you guys think. It's late at night, guys. But peace, love, and prosperity, guys. I'm gonna catch you guys in a bit. Peace.